Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Keith with Craps TX. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you don't mind, before we get started, hit that thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when a new video comes out. First of all, you'll see I'm at a different angle. I had to switch rooms for the holidays, so yeah, so it'll look a little bit different. I may kind of lean over into the camera and block the whole table there while I'm setting chips up and whatnot. But anyway, Happy New Year. It is New Year's Day. We are officially in 2026. And I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and was able to spend time with family. We did, and we had a good time, even though we haven't done it yet because I'm filming this ahead of time. Yeah, we're like 2 days before Christmas right now when I'm filming this, but this will come out on New Year's Day when all is quiet. So, in honor of 2026, I'm going to run a strategy called the 26 Triple Hit. So, I'll put that on your screen there. And we'll explain that here shortly. It'll be a $15 minimum table strategy. First of all, I'd just like to thank our partners, pokerchipmania.com. I'll have their website here. Go check them out. They've got all different kinds of chips, ceramic, clay, and composite, which I've shown you guys the composite chips before. They kind of clickety-clack a little bit, and these are the striped dice pattern. But yeah, and they can also customize some chips for you if you have a certain design you'd like, or put your logo on there. I've been thinking about it, and maybe by summer or so, we might do that for our little table here. They also have the 19 millimeter dice. If you'll just go to the home page and scroll down to where it says Craps, click on that. You'll see the dice, and then there's all of the kinds of links to different things that they carry for your home casino. Also, for our viewers, if you put in this code here at the bottom, that CrapsTX10, when you go to checkout, you'll get 10% off of your order. So thanks again to the people over at pokerchipmania.com. Go check them out and support a small business. Also, I'd like to thank Grip Mats. That is gripmats.etsy.com. They are the ones that I got this deluxe craps mat from. They also have a regular one that doesn't have the hop bets or the bonuses and stuff like that. A couple of different colors, and they also may be able to do some custom work for you there as well. But not in addition to craps, they also have poker, blackjack, and baccarat. And then they have their main product is just games. Any kind of a table game, I guess, that you could play on with a mat or whatever. I mean, go check them out. It's indescribable because there's so many things to choose from. They have over 300 different kinds of games and parts and pieces, and also they may be able to do something custom for you as well. They have some licensed items as far as Star Wars, Dune, Marvel, and the like. So go check that out. They can also make desk mats for you for your home office or your office. And also, some mouse pads, stuff like that. Again, they may be able to do some custom work. If you don't see something on their site, send them a message, and they'll get back to you and let you know one way or the other if they can do that. So they also run some rotating discounts. Just go click on an item, and it'll say right on that item right there if it has a percentage off. They're usually pretty good about running some different discounts at various times of the year. So that is gripmats.etsy.com. Go check them out. They are another small business and a supporter of our channel. So thank you to them as well. All right. So now we'll get on to the strategy. Like I said, it's for a $15 table. I haven't even put out my buy-in money yet, but we're going to buy in for $500 and hope that gets us through. There's 3 coming from a different angle over here, so it's a little weird. But it's really just a take on a different strategy. I just try to throw the 26 twist in there since it's 2026 now. So that's why I called it the 26 Triple Hit. So I am throwing chips on the ground. I'm just going to leave that one there because I am in a narrow space now with this other room that I have the table in. There's 3, 4, 50. Let's go ahead and make it 500 to start. I have not run this yet, but again, like I said, it's kind of based on just a regular strategy. There we go. There's 500. Where we're going to play. Actually, we're going to start out with 88 inside. We may need a little more. Let's throw 2 more in there. So that'll be 700. Okay. So we'll just throw that in there and go with 700. And see how much I can mess this up playing from the opposite side of the table. So we're just going to play it out. I'll kind of tell you how it goes. Well, I mean, I can tell you how it goes right now. 88 inside. The first hit, or any of those hits, will pay 28, because you're going to have 20, 24, 24, 20, 24, 24, and 20. They all pay 28 on the first hit. So from that 28, you're going to take $26. That's our new year. You're going to put 20 on the 5 or the 9, and then the $6 will go on the 6 or the 8. The next hit, whatever it pays, depending on which number you hit, you're going to take $26 once again and press the other number of the 5 or 9 that you didn't press the first time by 20, and then the other number of the 6 or 8 that you didn't press by 6 last time by 6. So 26 in honor of 2026. So after the third hit, it's either going to pay 56 or 35, depending on which number you land on. So at that point, you're going to just collect that, and you're going to ask the dealer to take you back down to 66 inside. You'll have somewhere between $113 and $134 back in your rack. Repeat as necessary, or play whatever strategy you want from there on out, because you are basically, you are out of the hand and almost double out of the hand. Again, depending on what number you hit. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be throwing from the opposite direction, so that is a little strange for me. We'll get a set of dice. I think I filmed one of these before back during Thanksgiving. Oh, well, there's 628 right there. We'll take that. So I'm going to be throwing backhanded here, or I might be able to switch it up. But anyway, let's go. Let's look for a point. We're not going to be the shooter on any of these. Coming out, dice are out. All right, there is a 5, 3, 8. I know to get the puck over here too, man. So 8 is going to be our point, and you're just going to have to excuse my arm reaching over this whole time. 88 is what we're starting out with. So let's just go ahead and throw 100 in the comments. Just tell the dealers, please set me up 88 inside. They will do that, and they will give you $12. Sorry about all the uhs and ums. Just kind of getting used to this side of the table. So, all right, that's our $12 back, and now we're going to set up 88. Like I said, that is 20 on each of the inside numbers, and then you have to cap the 6 and 8 off with 4 white chips or 4 singles, which makes that 24. Oh, wow, grab the exact ones. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now we're looking for at least 3 hits. Well, 3 hits, but yeah, our first hit, like I said, pays 28. We're going to take 26 of that. There is a hard 8. All right, so that is point hit right away. We'll go ahead and turn that off. 24 pays 28, like I said. Let's see. I mean, we need some more red. There is 20. I do need some more red. All right. So there's 25, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so like I said, in honor of 2026, we're going to take $20. And we'll just put it on the neighbor number there. We'll put that on the 9, and we'll take $6 and put that on the 8, the number that we hit. $2 back to the rack. Yes, over here. And then we'll go ahead and kind of clean this up, because that's actually what, 36 on there? What's on there now? Yeah, 35. What should have been from 24 to 30. So yeah, got 30 on there now. That doesn't go there. That goes over here. Pardon me while I am thoroughly confused. There we go. So that's 30 on that, and then we'll clean this up. There's 5 red for a green, and that is now 40 on that. So we have 40 on the 9, 30 on the 8. on the 26 triple hit. So that is how many hits now? Is that just one hit? Yeah, that was just one hit. We're looking for a new point now. Bets are off, dice are out. This may run a little long just because I am playing from the opposite side here. There's a 6, 4, 10. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt, but it is our new point. That much it is. All right, so let's see what else we can hit. There's ace deuce, 3 craps. And a 2 craps. See a horn, bet a horn. Should have done it. Dice out, but I'm actually all covering the horn over here. 5, 4, 9. All right, so that is our second hit. 40 is going to pay 56. Actually, we're going to have to pay that a little differently, aren't we? There is 25. There's 50, 5, and 6. And we're doing the 20, 26 thing. So we're going to take 20 and put it on the number that we didn't do the first time. So there's 20. We'll put that on the 5. And we'll ask for 6 more on the 6, since we didn't press that one last time. All right, so we'll clean that up, but we got $30 going back to the rack. I need to move the rack off the numbers, don't I? Hopefully you can still see that. Yes, you can. All right, so we are off the numbers there, and we're not playing any prop bets because I have everything set up over here. So let's go ahead and clean that up real quick. There's 5 red for a green. So 5 is now at 40, and then 6 is at 30. So now we have 40, 30, 30, and 40. One more hit, and we're going to regress back down to 66. Hopefully we can get it. The 26 triple hit. There's a 6-5 yo. And another 6-5 yo back to back. Yo, yo, yo. And a 3 craps. So how many craps or horn numbers can we get? Dice out. And there we go. Hard 6. All right, 30 is going to pay 35. Dealer, please take me back down to 66. So let's do that. We'll get this cleaned up and see where we stand or fall. All right, there's 75. We'll just leave that to the side. Let's clean this up. There's 5 red for a green, 5 red for a green. There is 100. Let's go ahead and just swap that for a black chip. So there's a black chip back. And then we need 66 out of the 75 that's left over. So we'll get that set up. That would be $9 more back to our rack. And then we'll get set up 66 inside, which we started out at 88. And again, you can go down to 88 if you want, but we're going to go ahead and take it all the way back down to table minimum. That way we kind of maximize the amount of money that we got on that first round. And right now we can do whatever kind of strategy we want. You'd have to build back up to the 88 levels to get that 26 or 28 as your payout. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got 125, 130, 135, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41. We got 141 in our rack. So that is the 26 triple hit. Let's keep on going. Dice out. There's a 639. All right, like I said, we can do anything we want. I'm just going to press the number that hits. 15 pays 21. We'll say, dealer, just take me up to 35. So that is all 4 of the red on here. We'll take one of those and clean that up. We're now at 35 on our 9. And $1 back to the rack. Let's clean that up too. We got 5 singles for a nickel. There we go. All right, dice are out. In the corner, there we go, 6-1, and we are done. All right, so that's 6-1-7. We're out. Oop, almost put that in my stack. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes on this, since I am going from the opposite side that I'm not used to. All right, and the puck goes off, and we are coming out looking for a new point on the 26 triple hit. There's a 5-3-8. 8 will be our point. And we are going to get set up 88 on the inside. Take it from my money instead of the bank's money. What did we start out with? We started out with 500, and I think I added 2 more. So we started out with 700, so we know that much. All right, so we need 88. Let's just, again, throw out, well, no, we'll do it this way. There's 75, 80, 85, 90. All right, we'll do it that way. We'll get $2 and change. That goes rolling off. And we'll get set up on our 88 inside, which is 4 on each, or 20. And then 24 on the 6 and the 8. 2 more for the 9. And then my caps for the 6 and the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right. So we need 3 hits. Each one of these right now pays 28. So we can take 26 out to do our pressing. That was a 6-5 yo. Doesn't help. And a 6-3-9. Okay, that does help. Well, I just knocked it down, but okay. So 20 pays 28. We will do it in the $5 variety. There is 25, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to take $26 total. There's 20, and there's 6. And you're just going to say, dealer, press up my 9 by 20 and my 8 by 6. All right, so you get $2 back in your rack. We'll clean that up. There is 5 for 5. We now have 40 on the 9. We have 30 on the 8. There we go. All right, so that is our first hit on the 26 triple hit. There is a 2x4 6. All right, that's our second hit. What do we got there? 24, that pays 28. Again, we'll go ahead and do, well, we could pay it in a quarter, couldn't we? 25, 6, 7, 8. Well, no, because I won't have to get that. Well, yeah, we can. All right, take my 5 up to 40. So that'll be like that. And then, yes, we have the $6 that we can place on the 6. So we're putting 20 on the 5 and 6 on the 6. $2 more back to the rack. We'll clean this one up. Make it look like 30. And we are now at, what was that, 40, 30, 140 out there. All right, dice are out. One more hit, and we can do the regress. And there we go. There's a 6-3-9. Get that out of there with the opposite hand. All right, that 30 or 40 pays 56. That's a good one. So you're going to say, dealer, please take me back down to 66 inside, or take me down to 66 inside. And they'll get you set up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's get change for that 25 there. There's 5. So there's another 15 on that. And then we need to cap off. There's $6. We'll cap off our 6 and 8. And that puts 100, 25, 30, plus the $4 we have over here. So that's 134 back to the rack. So we are more than we need to be out of the hand. We started out with 88. We're at 134, and we're at 66 inside. And we can do whatever we want, but we don't want to get that, and we did. So it looks like we got out just in time. 617. So as soon as I get that all set up, we got to take it all back down. Oh, no, that doesn't go over there. Sorry, that was a mistake, and I caught it, hopefully. So that should have gone over here, because that's my money. All right, so that will get racked up, and we will move on to the next shooter. So we could be the shooter, I guess. There's 5 for 5. It'll just kind of set up a little differently, and you'd have the pass line bet, but we're just gonna stick with the 88 inside and wait for a point to be set. This new set of dice, nothing there. We'll take the box cars, and we're looking for a point coming out for the 26 triple hit. 2026. Happy New Year. Hopefully it is a good one for all of us. There was a 5-2-7 frontline winner. There is a 4-3-7, same number, different variety, but still a frontline winner. Can we get the 6-1? Nope. We got the 6-4. That'll work. 6-4-10. 10 will be our new point. And we are going to put 88 out. So let's get rid of some of these red. There's 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. All right, so we got $90. Please set me up 88 inside. We'll get $2 change. And here we go with the Miracle 88. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that was, yeah, that's 4. 4, 4, 4, and 4. 4 white and 4 white. All right. 88 inside. We're looking for 3 hits. The first hit's going to pay 28. Well, it's not going to pay anything because we just got a 617. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that out there just to save some time. We get another shooter or two in. We're at, what, around 20 minutes now? Dice are out. Nothing. No, they're not. They're just, we're getting a new set of dice is what we're doing. All right, so let's pay for our 88 out here. We'll just throw a hundo down there. Dealer, please set me up 88 inside. We'll get $12 back. And we are set up for the next shooter, but we're off. We're not working. All right, so dice are out. We're looking for a point coming out. 5, 4, 9. 9 will be the point. And we are off and running. Dice out. Let's do something. Oh, man, that's a leaner, and you guys can probably see that. Well, they say if you remove the wall, that's what it would be. So if we move that wall back, I believe it's going to fall. Yep. Right on that 6-1, and we're done. That is 2 in a row. That is no good. So let's get another set of dice. We'll turn the puck off and get this show on the road. We'll buy in once more. We did have a little stack of chips over there. Well, now it's literally becoming a little stack of chips. There's $12 back in change, and let's get set up. We're set up. All right, so we are off. Coming out looking for a point. Dice out. There's 415. 5 will be our point. And we are off and running. Let's get past that first. Oh, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. That was 3 strikes in a row. 437. All right, so that one is done. Where are we at? We're at 22 minutes. Can we endure some more pain? Sure, why not? Let's throw out another 100. Let's get another 12 and change. And we are set up. 88 inside. All right, bets are off. New shooter. New set of dice. There is a 5, 3, 8. It's because I'm throwing backhanded. That's why. All right, there's a 5, 1, 6. Now, let's see if we can't make it through to the other side. All right, 6 is our point. Some people will skip the next roll. I don't have the little off button. Normally, whenever I do that, I'll put that on there with the 4 up. That's just off for me. But we are risk takers, so we're just going to play it out. And there's a 6-5. Yo. Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. So we made it that far, at least this time. And a 6-2-8. All right, we actually got a hit. How about that? 24 is going to pay 28. We can do it in the quarter variety. I do need some singles, though, so I'm going to have to cash in. There is 5, 5, 28. So what number did we hit? We hit 8. Okay, so take my 8. Now we are going to have to do this in red because we're doing the 20 and the 6 thing. Right. All right, so take my 9 or put 20 on my 9 and 6 on my 8. So 26. All right, so that makes this one 40. I guess I could have put the green out there. So I've got me all discombobulated. I'd rather be combobulated. So that is 30. Let's leave the red out there. That'll be 30. So we have 40 on the 9 and 30 on the 8. That's our first hit. $2 to go back to the rack. We need another hit. There's a hard 5, hard 10 rather, puppy paws. Nothing on there. There's a hard 6. That works. That is point hit. But that's also our second hit. Man, I cannot do this with that hand. All right, there we go. Get that out of the way. That is a hard 6. We'll leave that there. Point goes off or puck goes off. That pays 28. So we do the opposite numbers this time. Dealer, take my 5 up by 20. So that will take the 20 to 40. And that'll put a nickel back over here. And then take my 6 up $6. So 20 and 6. There we go. Happy 2026. And then we'll clean that up, make it 30. So now we have 40, 30, 30, and 40. And another $2 back to the rack. All right, so our next hit is what we're looking for. That's the payoff. That's the payoff. Oh, 3 craps. Okay, so still looking for that payoff. Building the suspense. Oh, that way we're looking for a point. That's right. We're looking for a point first. Okay. So our bets are off, and that's a good thing because there's the bad number, even though it's a frontline winner. And there we go. There's a hard 8. That is our new point. No payout yet. We need a payout to come right now. And we got it. 628. All right, so puck goes off, but that does pay us. 30 pays 35, and we're going to say, dealer, please take me down to 66 inside. And that way we can put our profit away. There is 25 for green chip for 5 red. I need 2 more for that. And then now we need $6. Yeah. Did I do that right? Yeah. Okay, I did that right. All right, so now we need $6 for the cap. We're going to take it out over here. Let's see. I've got the 4, 2. That's 6 and 6. So approximately a little over 100, obviously. But yeah, we're out of the hand for sure. We got our 88 back and then some. Around 120 or so, just because I had to use the change. We don't need a new set of dice. Come on, Keith, get it together. We're looking for a new point. Dice are out. There's a 639, and that is going to be our new point. So now we can do whatever strategy we want. We got our money back. Now we're looking to just kind of freestyle and do whatever we want. 325. 15 is going to pay 21. What I would normally do is just press the number that hits. We can do a half press, full press, however you want. We could do 2 collects and then a press. It's up to you. It's your table. It's your money. But I'm just going to do the half press. Let's do that. We'll go up by 20 or 10 rather. So I'll put 10 in the rack. Actually, we paid 21, so there's another $1. So that makes 25 on the 5. All right, dice are out. That way we press a little bit, and then we still get to put a little bit in our rack. There's a 628, 21, 15, 18 pays 21. We will take that up by 12. Let's do it that way. Let's see how we're going to do that. It's at 18, pays 21, and we're going to take it up by 12. So we'll just bring $1 out from our rack. Throw that on there, put the 2 underneath here. That takes that up to 30. We got $10 going back to the rack. Clean that up a little bit. And we'll clean this up because we now have 30 on the 8. So we'll leave that red out there and get us a green. All right. So like I said, we are freestyling. We can do whatever we want. There's a 6, 4, 10. We could actually pick up the 4 and 10 on one of these hits if we wanted to. Dice are out. Don't even really have to wait for a hit. We could just buy in on the 10. Let's do that. There's 3 craps. So I'm going to take $30. That still leaves us ahead over here. Dealer, please place 15 on the 4 and the 10. All right. It will be done and done. There we go. Nice out. So now we got all the numbers covered except for the crap numbers. There is a 639. That is point hit. 15 is going to pay 21. So we'll take that up half. So we'll take that up to 25. Clean that up. Whoa. And we will rack the rest. That's another $11 back to the rack. And we're getting some pretty good money out there on the board. Now we're looking for a new point. Bets are off. Hard 4. Right there. Double deuce. Dice are out. There's a 3 craps. Ace deuce. And a quattro deuce. Well, that was a 4. Don't be showing that number. Jeez, man. Don't scare me like that. So that's 415. All right, 25 is going to pay 35. We're just going to take it easy on this one and just go up by 10. So we're just going to go up to 35, and we're going to rack a quarter. All right, let's keep going. Dice out. And a 639. So we're going to get the other end over there. 25 pays 35. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take 9 up to 35 and rack a quarter. Dice out. 538. All right, 8, 30, pays 35. We are actually, what are we going to do here? Oh, we can take that. Yeah, we'll do that. 30 pays 35. We're just going to go up to 60. So we're only going to put a nickel back in the rack because we're looking at the photograph. Dice are out. Excuse me. 2 by 4, 6. 18 is going to pay 21. What did we do last time? We're going to go up by half. So we'll go up 10, 12. So we'll go up $12. I took a couple out of my rack. And that brings us up to 30. We're going to put 10 back in the rack. And that is now 30. So let's clean that up. Looky there. We got a pretty good set of money out there. Dice are out. Let's hit some numbers. 6, 4, 10. That works. 15 will pay 27. Actually, I'm going to pay that in red, am I? Yeah, I'll pay it in red. There's 25, 6, and 7. The reason I kind of hesitated is just I didn't know if I was going to go to 40 or 20. I'm just going to take it up to 20. Go ahead and buy the 10, and then we'll put, well, we can buy the 4 too. How about that? So that'll put that up a nickel, and that'll go up to 20. And then we can put 17 back in the rack. There we go. And we'll clean that up. There's 5 for a green. At 31 minutes. You can bear with me. It's New Year's Day. You're recovering. You're just chilling out, watching some videos. There's a 5, 3, 8. 60 will pay 70. All right, now we're getting interesting. I will just say take me up to 90. So that's only going to take a green chip and a red chip. And then we'll get to put 40 back in the rack. All right, and we can kind of clean up a little bit. There's 5 for a quarter and 4 quarters for a hundo. There we go. Dice are out. 415. All right, we got a good roll going here. 35 is going to pay 49 or 50 for 1. Dealer, take my 9 up to 60. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll rack a quarter. Dice are out. 617. All right. Well, that was a pretty good roll, and that will be our last shooter. I don't want to take this too long. But we did leave a pretty good chunk of money out there. But since we had a good roller or a good shooter, we were trying to take advantage of it. Do we want to see how much we left? I don't know. Let's see. There's 100, 75, 200, 225, and 255. So we left 255 on the table. Man, if we had gone down to 66, that'd have been another almost 200 in the rack. But I'm not going to say that. All right, so we're done. Let me put that down, and let's put the dice out of the way, and let's see where we're at. We started out with 700. Yeah, we're going to be semi-close, but not sure that we're going to be all the way there. But we'll be more than halfway there, so we don't have to live on a prayer. All right, there is 5 for 5. There's 5, 5, and 5. That's going to be 3 green. Today's better. There's 4, and there's 4. All right, so it's going to be 2 black chips. Oh, we might. We started out with 700, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. What did we make? We made a whopping $7. $707 for the 26 triple hit. For 2026, it is the new year. Where did 2025 go? I don't know. I don't care. It was a mediocre year for me, but I'm good with it, and I'm looking forward to 2026, and hopefully you guys are too. Thank you for sharing the majority of 2025 with me. I believe I started this channel late January or February of 25. So here we are going into our next year, coming up on the 1-year anniversary. We're also over 600 subs, and man, I really appreciate that. Again, it's just humbling every time I see that number go up. I'm glad I'm putting out some content that you guys like to watch. Onward and upward. Let's get up to 1,000, and I might do a little something for you guys. My subscribers, not the ones that just pop in for the contests, but yeah, we might do a little something for that. All right, before we get out of here, I'd like to thank the sponsors once again, our partners, pokerchipmania.com. Use the code CRAPSTX10 at checkout and get 10% off your entire order. And gripmats.etsy.com. They make these kinds of mats like this for various different games. And they also have rotating discounts going on throughout the year. That's pokerchipmania.com and gripmats.etsy.com. So thank you to them. Thank you to you guys. This is CrapsTX. I'm Keith. We thank you so much for watching. We're excited and looking forward to 2026. We'll see you on the next one. Had to reach for it. Okay, bye.